Okay, we will go ahead and get started here. We'd like to welcome Billy Horschel into the interview room at the Worldwide Technology Championship at Mayakoba. Billy's making his 8th start here at the event, and he has 2 top 10s. Billy, if we could just get an opening comment on returning to a place where you've had some success in your career.
It's a course I've enjoyed coming to for many years. First time was back in February when it used to be opposite the match play, and now that it's been November, the course is 2 different styles. It obviously comes out of rainy season this time of year, so the course is a little softer, a little slower compared to February, where it was very firm, very fast, and the wind blew more regularly and at a stronger rate compared to what sometimes we can get around here this time of year. But it's a great course. I love coming to this event. The hotel, Fairmont, the Mayakoba entire resort is amazing, and I don't think there's many bad things to say about this place. The food's unbelievable. I think every player who's come here at least once has left very happy. Maybe not with their golf game, because the course is really challenging, but every other aspect checks a box off in sense of what we look for on tour and what we enjoy coming to on a regular basis.
This is your second start of the season, coming off a T7 at the CJ Cup in South Carolina a few weeks ago. How would you assess the state of your game at this point?
Game's in a really good spot. We should make improvements and trying to get better. Trying to be more consistent on a regular basis. Last 2 years have finally, a lot of the hard work that we've been putting in is finally coming to fruition. I would love to be in contention more, and I would love to win more like anybody else. But I'm sort of just taking things, trying to be patient, not trying to push too hard. I think I'm just still trying to keep the momentum going for the rest of this year and build in the next year. And hopefully 22 is, actually my bad, 23 is an even better year. Getting up there, in age, and there's a lot more younger guys out on tour, so it's weird to think that I'll be 36 here in a month's time, and now I'm one of the older guys on tour and one of the veterans. And like I said, it's 14 years now on tour, and it's gone by very quickly. But I don't think I'm that old. I know I'm not that old, but the body feels a few more aches and pains than some of those 20-year-old times back in the day.
Well, you did recently make your 300th career start on tour on that note, and it was at the Tour Championship, so maybe didn't have the time that week to reflect on that. But in the past few weeks, have you had an opportunity to reflect on that longevity of your career?
Like I said, I've been out here for 14 years. I got out here right after college, and at that point, there wasn't a lot of kids coming out from college and being successful on the PGA Tour. And yes, it took me a few years to find my footing and to get regular player at a higher level on a regular basis. But now I see what all the kids are doing now, coming out, and the success they're having before the age of 25 is tremendous. But yeah, I'm 14 years into my professional career, 300 starts. I'm more or less looking towards that. Be honest with you, I know there's still a lot of things I want to accomplish in this game of golf, and I think I am going to accomplish everything I want to do in this game of golf. But I'm looking forward to that retirement, to tell you the truth.
All right, we'll take some questions out here. We'll start right here with Veronica.
From our Mexican media, what has been the key to your consistency with your game?
I think over the last 2 years, I think just the ball striking has started coming around. I've learned, how to manage my game better when everything's not working or something's not on. I think what's the big key is my iron play has gotten better over the last year, which has sort of been the hindrance, for the last couple of years. And then I think the other big key is my short game's gotten really good out here. I think if you look through my stats, my statistics over the 14 years of my career, it has never been a really strong aspect of my game. But I think over the last 18 months, it's become very reliable and a really strong part of my game now. And it's taken a lot of years to get there, but those 2 things have allowed me to be more consistent on a regular basis.
And another question that doesn't have a lot to do with golf, actually nothing. We know that you're a soccer fan, and in Mexico we're into soccer big time. Will you be watching the World Cup? We know that you have the West Ham logo on your bag. Will you be watching the World Cup, and will you be rooting for the U.S. team, and where do you think they're going to finish?
Yes, I will be watching all the World Cup. I actually had a trip planned to go to the World Cup, the opening stages, but just didn't work out. So I'll watch every game. I will. It's funny, when USA didn't make it in 2018 to the World Cup in Russia, I sort of just put out on Twitter, I said, hey, England, England, to all my England, people that support me or watch me or whatever, can I hop on the bandwagon this year and support you guys? And it's funny that my caddy, who's caddies for me now, Mark Fulcher-Fooch, he responded back, said we would welcome you on our, on our side. And so I pulled for England a lot the last 4 or 5 years. I pulled for them in the World Cup. I pulled for them in Euros. I was over in England at the time when they were making their semifinals and finals run last summer. So to answer your question, yes, I am pulling for USA, but England will, I feel like, go further in the World Cup. And so at some point when USA gets knocked out, England will take center stage. I know more of the guys. I pretty much know everyone on the team, whether I've met them or I know who they are, than I know anyone on the U.S. side. I think the only guy I know on the U.S. side is Christian Pulisic. And I haven't met any of the USA players. I know we're a young squad and, we're talented. But the England side of it is more of the players I know, and that matchup with USA and England on Friday after Thanksgiving is going to be an interesting one. So I think USA gets out of group stages, but I don't think we make it past maybe 1 or 2 more games after that at best. And I think England has a really good chance of making it to finals of the World Cup. And like I said, I know several of the guys on the team very well. Declan Rice is a really good friend of mine. So we'll see what happens.
Any other questions? Take one from Doug.
How do you still have him playing golf?
I still love it. I still have a lot of fire in my belly to be great and to see what I can accomplish in this game of golf. I still work hard at this game, but I've done a better job, I think, over the last 2 years of getting away from it, enjoying other things in my life, other interests that I have, and experiencing, them growing up and them doing their sporting events. So I still love it. I still love competing at the highest level. I do remember talking to Tiger a few years ago. I think what we get tired of is just the daily grind of everything. I think we love being in the heat of the competition. I think we love when the shotgun goes off on Thursday and we gotta tee it up and start counting. But I think everything that leads up to that, to the week of it, to the several weeks at home of practicing and preparing and everything, I think that sort of can get monotonous at sometimes. But like I said, I still have a ton of drive in this game of golf, and I haven't come close to accomplishing everything I want to do in this game of golf. And so until that happens, I'll keep pushing forward.
And along the same lines, you strike me as a goal-oriented person. Do you have a specific set? You mentioned things you haven't accomplished yet that you want to accomplish. Is that something you keep to yourself, or is that something that's out there that we should know or can know that you're after, looking to still achieve?
Yeah, I don't keep anything. I'm pretty much an open book, as you guys know. I would love to get the number 1 player in the world. That's a goal of mine, but the bigger goal being I want to become the best player I can be, and that means I get the number 1 player in the world. I get the number 1, and that means the best I get to is 4. That's 4. But I would just wanted to achieve my full potential. I want to make a Ryder Cup team. I've made a team finally. But to sit here and tell you the truth, I want to make a Ryder Cup team. That's always been my number 1 goal. And so I still have a few more years to try and make one and hopefully be a part of more than just one. And to tell you the truth, I want to win all the majors. That's always been a goal of mine. Now, is that realistic? I don't know, but it's a goal. And some people may call me crazy because they may not think I'm good enough, but I don't really care what they think. But it's a goal of mine. But the bigger goal being I want to at least win one, if not multiple majors on before I'm done, just so I can say I'm a major champion winner. biggest stage and the most pressure-packed tournaments. I think, and then the last goal, I think, would be getting multiple or double-digit wins on the PGA Tour. I think today, in our age of golf and the generation we are at and on the PGA Tour, I think if you can say you've won 10-plus times on the PGA Tour, you've had one hell of a career. You're not going to see many guys get to 20 wins anymore on the PGA Tour. You will see, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy is always there. Maybe Jordan Spieth gets there. But you're not going to see a lot of guys get to 20 wins anymore the way it used, back when. It's a tough thing to do in our era of golf. But to say that I have 10-plus wins on the PGA Tour, that's a big goal. So, summarize, 10-plus wins on the PGA Tour, win at least one major, make a Ryder Cup team, and maybe get the number one player in the world. So those 4 goals, that's it.
That's
Simple.
fantastic. It's like you knew the question was coming.
Scott, do you have a question?
Billy, I know you've played here a lot and you've had some good finishes here. The schedule's changing in a couple of years and the fall events are kind of in limbo. Can you speak to sort of this event and how important it would be to try to keep it in play in some fashion?
Yes, and I love this event. Coming here, first time in 2010, I had to withdraw in 2010, but since I've been here, it's an unbelievable golf course. The Mayakoba Resort hosts us very well. I think all the hotels here, Fairmont, Rosewood, Andaz, Banyan Tree, have done an unbelievable job over 14 years of my tour career of really, stepping up their game and making improvements. And the food every year seems to get better. The accommodation seems to get better. I think Joe and his staff do an unbelievable job of running an event. I'm very big fans of Joe and Taylor Ives and that group. And then, it's the people here love the game of golf. I love when I'm playing in front of people that have passion. And the Mexican people, they have passion. Blood, it's in their culture. So, yeah, it would be sad if we leave this place or this tournament isn't on the schedule in the future. I can't speak to, if it is or isn't going to be. I know there's a lot of rumors going out there with a lot of other things, and I don't know what is truthful and what isn't. But this would be one that I would love to somehow keep on the schedule. We're somehow able to, because I think everyone raves about. There's not many complaints about this place. I don't know what and I don't know if I've ever heard a complaint about it. Maybe it rains too much and we come out of rainy season, but that's just the way it is down here. So like I said, yeah, it would be sad if this event isn't somewhere on the schedule in the future.
Any other questions? All right, Billy, thank you very much for your time and best of luck this week.
Thank you.